talks from the crypt.
It doesn't make sense. Freddy never looked any different, really. I mean, slightly little makeup changes, but still looked like the same guy. But Jason's mask was different, and wardrobe and everything.
Speaking of Freddy, you were supposed
Freddy's a bitch, by the way. I tell him that to his face.
Well,
and if Robert is if we're at a convention together, we fuck with each other all the time.
Yeah, well, the rivalry has to be real.
Oh, yeah. And he'll be doing a panel, and I'll go behind the curtain behind him, and you start yelling, Freddy's a bitch, and Robert Englund sucks. And he does the same thing to me, but it's a fun rivalry because we've known each other since before either one of us was known for our characters.
How'd you guys meet?
Just, over the course of doing films, we just, we never really worked together, but we've known each other since before either one of us was that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And now we're both known for certain characters, so we fuck with each other. And, I'll always write Freddy's a bitch on. Like, people bring that double pop with Freddy and Jason in it. And if he's already signed it, it'll say Jason's a pussy, and then I'll put Freddy's a bitch, and,
Yeah.
it's just fun.
But if a couple of things went a little bit differently, you would have played Freddy Kreuger.
I mean, possibly, because when I was doing Hills Have Eyes 2, I was doing stunts on it, and I was doubling a character called the Reaper. Huge fucking guy that I wasn't anywhere close to his size.
Like 7 feet tall, right?
Yeah. And I was doing some stunts, but it didn't matter because it was on a motorcycle and, other stuff. But I was talking to Wes Craven on the set one day, and he said he was developing a new character that he's going to make a franchise. And I was like, oh, okay. I've heard that before.
So it was even like that back then?
Yes. And he says, yeah, this is a character that's going to be having been burned, and I'm thinking about using an actor with real burn scars, which I have. And he just briefly mentioned it to me on the set, and then, of course, he said, yeah, I said, what's the character going to be called? And he said, I think I'm going to call him Fred Kreuger. Fred.
He gave him his formal name.
Fred Kreuger.
Frederick Kreuger.
And I said, oh, yeah, that sounds good. And, and then, of course, he decided to go in a different direction and do prosthetic because my face is not scarred, which is the whole point of Freddy, is his face is all scars. So,
did you ever think about, like, if you would have got the role, how your Freddy would have differed from the Freddy we have now?
Not really, but I don't think I would have done it as well as Robert.
Well, I think you would have done it completely different.
Probably, and I would have tended to make the character less comical.
Yeah, you would have been more sinister. That's what I pick up from that.
Right, but I don't know if that would have been the right choice, because that's kind of the popularity with Freddy. He's smart ass and fucking violent, and, so I don't think it would have been as good as the way Robert did it.
Well, I mean, that comedy aspect in some way kind of makes it scarier. I talk to a lot of people about, like, Evil Dead, for example, how the Deadites kind of act goofy and they're laughing and they say funny things.
Doesn't mean it's not scary.
Right. People almost take that as a comedy. Right. And I don't think that makes it a comedy. I think that makes it slightly scarier.
Yeah, I mean, how many, real life people presented themselves as comical characters, like clowns, for example, which we talked about a little bit, but, they have a persona of being a fun, lovable clown, and they're fucking killing people and burying them under the house.
Oh, you're referring to Gacy?
Yes.
So last night at dinner,